Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Take the Smile Unstoppable with the lovely and sexy Victoria.
And my smart ass husband
Where is he?
right in front of my face.
Oh, so I got a question for you guys out there. Or is it just me? And guys, listen, do y'all
Y'all.
announce to your wife, significant other, the entire household that you must go take a shit at this time?
Are you serious right now?
Because I feel that need every time I go take a shit. I have to announce to the people in the house, whoever it may be, and I don't care who it is. I just do it. So that's my question for you fellers. My
Really?
wife is just staring at me.
On that note, I want to apologize for the tardiness of this week's release of Unstoppable. It is my fault because I have spent the last few days not admitted, but outpatient getting ready for what seems to be another four-part surgical intervention on my amputation. And we have been looking at what can and cannot be done. And so seeing a specialist and yada, yada, yada. So we've been even busier than normal. So I apologize for that. But that's on me. I'm so sorry. It's just been overwhelming to say the least.
So I want to give a kudos out to one of my customers today, whom called me up out of the blue and told me that she has bought several of your books that you have published out there on Amazon, and one book that our daughter has published out there. So if she's listening, thank you for your support.
Absolutely.
And I hope you make it through her first book. It is very challenging, it's very tough. I could not get through a page on air one night. I tried to read it and I couldn't. I broke down in what we would call Niagara Falls. Okay. So if you're up for a challenge, if you want to know the truth about real monsters out there, abusers, narcissistic people, then pick up my wife's first book, Who Kicked First by Victoria Cure.
Speaking of monsters, let's talk about a few. One, without going into individuality, if you will, my one of my little cyber stalkers, right? So as we've discussed before, we get notification of people who find us interesting and constantly check out what we're up to, what we're doing, blah blah blah, who we think would be a good fit for us, right? So, a little ways back, not too terribly long ago, I found out that this person, if you will, was cyber stalking, showcasing, leering, lurking, I don't know, whatever adjective or whatever you choose to put in the sentence. And then, after announcing the hilarious side of the fact that it's my sperm donor on just this one accord, uh, I get notices of a new person that is quite interested in all that we do, yet a different name, but same profile, same people that are on that page that are young enough to be the grandchildren. If they were females of the night, as I say, as politely as possible, because, you know, hey, there are people out there. How do you say this? There are people out there who use their physicality for alluring purposes and they make their profiles as such. And there are plenty of those individuals on that account. So I think that's funny that some people think just changing the name makes it where you can't identify. I think that's kind of humorous, if you will.
So Victoria has some awesome ideas for the survivors out there when it comes to hide your social footprint. Um, she hosts a lot of classes, and she advocates for survivors and special needs families.
But I also teach you how to know if your stalker's chasing you
Right.
and how you can find out, which is, you know, it's easier. Some people think it's not that easy, but it really can be. Um, I'll teach you how to disappear from the world of social media, but yet you'll still be there. And that's just kind of ironic, if you will.
What are you looking at on camera?
The car light that just flashed through here from the neighbors at the beginning of the cul-de-sac. Our whole property is on cameras and film in the office. We have monitors that show us everything, and it kept getting my attention because it was in the corner of my eye that one of the uh, monitors was showing a car light, and they were
So
driving in the driveway.
I no longer get your attention.
Oh, good
I don't
grief.
have your eye. Huh?
Huh?
Cat got your tongue?
No. Anyway, as you were saying,
You were saying
hey, we both had outreaches from narcissistic people. You did too.
I did. Refresh my memory.
You had a text message.
From?
Your mother.
Oh. Oh, I already forgot about that. That's been ages ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
It's ages. How long's it been?
Less than a week.
Okay, that's yeah.
And you just forgot it?
Of
Or
course.
it just doesn't. Why? You just don't care?
Exactly.
You want to give reason?
No.
But I think it's so helpful that
Oh.
men
Oh,
see this as well because it happens to more than just
sure.
women.
So the reason I did not respond, and I don't care to dwell on it, is because you don't apologize to me. Okay? Yes, you hurt me indirectly, but you hurt the ones I love. Are you saying that, Michael, that you don't love your mother? Listen, you hurt the ones I love right here. My wife and my daughter, that are my family right here in this house, who have not forsaken me, who have not turned their backs on me. You hurt them. Apologize to them first. Okay?
If your mother did, are you saying that you would
What?
open those gates again?
I would do whatever y'all thought was right.
What do you think is right?
I'm not thinking about it. I don't put any thought. I don't waste my time on it. I just don't. It's not worth the stress, worry. It's not worth it.
But in all
Okay?
fairness,
We know.
100% honesty here for her, because I know she listens. Did I in any way ask you to ignore her or not respond to her
No.
or have
No,
nothing to do
you
with her in
don't.
any way?
You don't have any control over me, woman. What?
I'm being
Oh,
serious.
okay. I can't joke around.
Not at this point,
Okay.
because I don't want things to be said that,
Yeah.
and I didn't. I told you absolutely if you want a relationship with her, that's on you. And I wouldn't stop you.
Exactly.
But you were tired of her shit
I
too.
think in the my what are you still looking at the camera for? I think in my second marriage that there was more control issues there. Yeah. So
But I appreciate you being so open because, a lot of men do go through these exact things that you have unfortunately been through. And we don't get that perspective unless
because
you talk about it.
it's
Right.
hard for us guys to open up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But then when they can hear it from you, they feel like, you're their voice of reason and then you
Whoa,
can give
whoa,
them.
Michael must not be a man, man.
That's absolutely not true.
Guys, we can only hold it in for so long. We can only bottle up so much before we implode or explode. So I don't mind talking about it.
But I know it helps so many of the listeners when they feel like, oh, he is talking about it. Let me think of his perspective. Let me think about how his situation might mirror mine and look at it that way. Because as you have stated, men don't want to be forthcoming about it and they hold it in and then they bottle it up and they suppress it. And that's not healthy. And they need to get it out and discuss it and talk about it and think of options and things they can do. And so I appreciate you being open and discussing, what you do because if it helps somebody, then it's absolutely worth it, which is like the reason why I published Who Kicked First.
Yes, y'all get on Amazon and
That was not a
pick up her
tag for
book.
you to try to sell it.
It's a plug, yes.
It was not.
Who kicked first?
It was absolutely not a plug for you to
The
try to.
prequel is Narc Narc, Who's There? Get it? Narc Narc?
Is a
Yes.
narcissistic.
Yes. Not
Yes.
narcotic.
Yeah. No, there has been no narcotics.
Well, not with him.
I'm talking about with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, not with me.
You don't even, you hardly take an aspirin.
I've never even
How many of
taken.
y'all men out there have women, redheads, I think in particular, with extremely high pain tolerance?
It's very
I'm just crazy high.
we redheads require more anesthetic when they're put to
That
sleep.
it's insane, y'all. I mean, they to me they basically hacked off her arm
You were gonna say butchered.
and she passed out because of the pain. I mean, no anesthetic, no gas, no knocking on the head, no nothing.
No, I was under for parts.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Most of my surgeries I elect to not be put under because I don't like all that anesthetic. I don't like the medication they give you after. Um, but even coming home when they did both my jaws or my arm, you can tell everybody I never took anything. You used to beg me
Oh
because you're
yeah.
like, I could see how much pain you're in. And I'm like, okay. And then you would say, please take something. And I said, that's just a band-aid. That's not going to be anything long term that helps. So why do it? I mean, to me, taking something like that is masking the injury and then it gets ripped off and then the pain comes back. It's not taking it away because it's not a headache. It's not an earache. It's not a toothache. It's the longevity of pain, which I've been diagnosed with CRPS, which people don't know that it's complex regional pain syndrome, um, due to the fact that I've had, what are we at now? Surgically on this, like 19 on the arm. And then I've had nerve transpositions, nerve transfers, nerve transplants, muscle transplant, muscle transfers, muscle repositioning. I mean, like the inside of my arm, even my bone isn't in the right spot. My bone isn't even set correctly. For instance, if you put both of your hands out in front of you, your palms face down, my left arm doesn't face down. It looks like I'm in that shake your hand position. So, with all of that, like, why would I take something if it's not going to get rid of the pain completely and ongoing forever?
Yeah, so I just wanted to comment about my awesome wife.
Pain tolerance?
Oh yeah, you're as strong as anything I've ever experienced.
Aw.
Any guy out there, I mean, they got nothing on you. Oh, let me put this out there.
I knew it. I knew it.
My,
Okay.
my wife and my daughter.
Faith got the wrong version. I went back and looked. She got the wrong version. This was supposed to be hysterical.
Okay,
Carry on.
go ahead.
No good.
So
Wrong version.
they bring me into after my shower, they bring me into the bedroom and they say, okay, you, Mr. Michael, are going to experience what it's like for us women's to give birth. Excuse me? Yes. So they pull out they pull out this TENS unit and they say, okay, big boy, lick them and stick them. All right. So I connect these
Sticky
electrodes
things on
pads
your.
all over my hairy chest, my hairy stomach, and they proceed to zap me.
Now, in fairness, I had control of the device because I know our Faith. She would have started you on like Mach 1, right? She would have been like, let's see. Oh, extra, extra strength. Like that would have
Right.
been what she would have done. So I started it on like 1. Now, in fairness, we love Faith. She is the apple of our eye. She picked out the device. After researching it, I realized she didn't get the labor stimulator. She got the muscle relaxing TENS unit. So she really just kind of give you an internal massage without doing the labor
I get it.
stimulation. Yes.
Yeah, so it started zapping y'all, and it was really no big deal. I guess even on the highest setting.
I never went all the way to the highest setting.
So
But the prank was
the
supposed to be
joke
hilarious.
backfired again.
Yes. But she did get you today.
Really? You gonna go there?
I'm gonna go there because as a dad, as all dads are, I'm sure, they don't want to see their daughters, undergarments, right?
No.
You don't want to see this, and you're not going anywhere. Sit still. And so,
I think our time's up.
no, it's not. So Faith, who is, a woman in her own
Oh no, you
way.
ask her. She's effing hot.
Oh, she'll tell you she's effing hot all day long.
Oh,
So she purchased a couple of bras
really?
and hold on, and they were in the laundry, which was all over our bed because I have to sit on the bed in order to fold towels and do things like that. Well, I didn't know that she didn't take them out of our room prior to you coming home this afternoon. And then she came in with that grin on her face, and we know something has transpired. I did not know. So, what started out as laundry ended up that she left it on the bed for you to find. And I was in the kitchen when I heard you say, "What the hell is that?" And then I didn't get to hear the rest of the dialogue because I was downstairs. So, what did I miss?
Let me ask you something. Why were they in the laundry?
Because you have to wash them before you wear them when they're new. When they're new, you have to.
Those are brand new. I thought
Yeah.
those were the old ones.
No, she just got those.
She she got more.
Yeah.
Those lace really
They're not lace
skull and
frilly thing.
bones
Okay, they're not
lingerie.
see-through. Let's clarify. Okay, first of all, they're not see-through. They are of the like gothic, I guess, nature. They are sports bras with a little clip on the
Those are
back.
inappropriate for my daughter.
They cover everything.
They
And
don't cover enough.
they're like, you know, they're black and they have like little skull whatever things all over them. And it has like a little clip thing in the back and it's like an exercise top, and she left two of them. They're not lacy, they're not anything you'd see at Fredericks of Hollywood or Victoria's Secrets. They're
You know
none
about
of
Fredericks.
those. They're none of that. There's no lace or see-through material in this at
Who goes to
all.
Fredericks?
Hold on, there's none of that in this material. And you see her sports bras and you lose your shit because they're your little girls sports bras and you flip out. Now it's different if it was like one of my lacy see-through bras. That would be different.
Yes, because you have um yes, you have nice underwear.
So but you flipped out over our daughter workout sports
Because
bra.
it's our daughter, our little girl.
But yet when you two do your daddy daughter movie night
Mhm.
and there gets hanky panky on there, do you cover her eyes? Do you make her change the channel?
She told on me,
Every time.
that little rat.
That's your little girl. How is it your little girl and now she's
I'm
a
gonna
rat?
have to prank her.
She's been pranking the living snot out of you.
Yes, and whoever's been giving those pranks to her, who was it last time I gave her a prank? One of your guests or
There's been quite a
one
few
of
that
your
have given her
peers?
some. Oh,
What?
she's got some in the bank waiting. She's got some in the bank ready to go for you.
Okay, let's go back a minute.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm not telling you anything about Fredericks of Hollywood.
no, to our mighty app.
Carry on.
How can the listeners get access to this mighty app or the website that you
I will link it in the show notes.
in the show notes?
Yes.
Okay.
But why don't you explain how things go with the academy? How there's like a welcome spot and a discussion
There's
group,
a lot of stuff on there.
and there is
I'm gonna cheat.
go figure. It better not ever happen again.
I wasn't meaning that I was cheating on you, babe. I'm
And
gonna cheat and look on the phone.
also, there's a resource library, which I would say has a good, solid couple of dozen great um, article, application, tips, advice in there. I'm adding more every day into that. There are right now, there's two sets of courses that have already been up and running. One of them we have different subscriptions, and depending on what you get, every subscription allows you access to the welcome and the discussion and the member portal and the daily feeds and the resource library. But you could either you pay monthly, and like you can get the subscription for the first one, which has two courses in it. Then you can cancel and then go to the next. That way you're not just continuing. You can go to the next subscription, which is the same price, but it's for a different class. And then you can do the next and the next. That way you're not tied in. And when you finish your course, you don't have to continue paying, which a lot of applications do. They make you just continue and continue. And this you don't. You pay monthly. When you're finished, you're done. And then you can cancel and then go to the next course that way. And you still have access to everything, which is great. And we have not even technically opened it for pre-launch yet. Um, and I'm hoping that it helps listeners do what we've done for our shows. Because God knows I have spent, I don't even know how long in courses, classes, seminars, talks, chats, webinars, you name it. I've sat in it. I've done it. I've paid for it. It's been ridiculous amounts of money. Now I've implemented what works, what doesn't work. I've taken out what doesn't work. I've gotten into the social content creation. I've gotten into doing logos and um, content creation and marketing for many different companies and people and podcasters and help them get started and launch into the top 10. And yeah, so now you've had time to observe. And what do you see?
Just going through just the resource library. Y'all, she has spent so many hours creating this content, and she really wants to get it out there to y'all so you can, like she said, be successful as she has brought this business up. And anywhere you type in Victoria Curate, I mean, she is literally everywhere. I think she fills the first 11 pages of Google, or is that Bing?
Or Internet
Yeah.
Explorer or
So,
whatever.
I mean, okay, type in your name and see.
Type in the words your name.
No, type as in the listeners.
Oh, okay.
Okay, type in their
Joey
name.
Bag of Donuts.
Yes,
Okay.
type in your name. See how many times you pop up. So what I'm getting at is no, you're not insignificant, but my wife can teach you. Victoria can show you how to get out there like she is.
Now we've done all of our own marketing. We've never hired outside. We've never um, sought anything like that. We've done it all on our own. And like we've been in the top 1% for a year and a half. When we almost lost faith, we jumped up to the 5%. And then within 6 weeks, we got down to 3%. So we've been in the top 3% or 2% for over a year, but we have been in the top 1% a year and a half as well. I've done over, oh, I could easily say maybe 500 interviews. I've done international speaking, I've done local speaking. I've done, let's see, we have hosted, we've also had a lot of mini series. We've put out well over 350 podcasts. Um, and we have, it's so cute even when Faith says anything because let's talk about Valentine's for 1 second because you're going to say, oh, she's going out in left field, but we're not. So at Valentine's dinner, I look and there's a video email and I look over at my beautiful girl. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Aram Mushtabai from the Blacklist sends her yet another video. And I think that he is one of the nicest human beings on the planet. Like he's so genuine.
Yes, I was going to say genuine.
He is such a nice guy.
He is awesome.
Now, Faith has had him on her list of wanting to interview. Like he's one of her top, like I think he is the number one person she wants to interview that she hasn't interviewed, right? Like she always wanted Abigail from Blue Bloods
Oh
and
yeah.
she interviewed her while in the ICU. Um, but Aram just like the first time, and then he sent her like a 7-minute video, and then this one was wishing her a happy Valentine's Day, and he remembered how um the last time they spoke, she had just had her 34th surgery, and that he was so touched that he was with her when we almost lost her earlier. And that meant the world to him. And so she's like, yeah, well, let's see. Last year I had Dermot Mulroney ask me to be his Valentine, and this year I have. And then she looks over and says, Dad, what about you? How are you topping that with Mom? What are you gonna do there? But it's because of the authenticity that like we've been blessed. We've had so many people. We were thinking about, some of the people we've had. China Phillips from Wilson Phillips, Lou Diamond Phillips, no relation. Um, who else? Abby Lee Miller, and who's the guy who wished you a happy birthday? The Frank, no, what's his name? He played. You know who he was. He had dark hair. Oh my gosh. Now I feel horrible because I don't remember his name. You knew him. And he said he was going to wish you a happy 50th in your next 50 years and he hoped you enjoy your day.
Um, Babe, you're talking to me. I barely remember what I had for breakfast. Hell, I can't even speak right.
Well, now I have to look. So you carry on about the website.
Malcolm Goodwin.
Oh, what a nice guy that is too.
Yeah,
Right?
he reached out, didn't
Yes,
he
three
heard
times.
he heard from someone else.
Somebody he knew reached out and asked him to thank me because I saved her life.
Oh wow.
And I had no idea. And he wanted to thank me. And he says, you have a forever listener in me. And I wanted to thank you for what you did for my friend. And that was out of
And
nowhere.
Malcolm's currently playing on Reacher.
Lisa Leslie, Olympic gold
Oh, that's right.
medalist,
Okay.
was amazing.
Steve.
Oh, wow. Scott Hamilton.
God.
He, like, oh,
Mr. Backflipper.
there's just so many. Like, there really is. There's so many. And I don't want to discredit anyone by not remembering and not
You
saying
sure his name was
names.
Frank?
I thought it was. You have Dermot Mulroney. You have I can't. Who's the guy who wished us happy anniversary from
Oh
Booker
Lord.
T? No, what that guy right
Where's
there.
my
Of course, you don't
glasses?
have your glasses on. That one right
Come
there.
closer. Which one?
That guy.
I don't know who that is.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
Oh, Sheriff Buford T. Justice? No, that's no.
Yes, it is.
Junior.
See, what was that guy's name? So talk about the Academy real quick, because that's gonna drive me berserk,
So going back to the Academy, y'all. Once
y'all.
once it's posted and you get the link, I seriously and encourage y'all to get on there and learn this stuff. Okay, it may cost you a
Carson Kressley,
okay, but
Rascal Flats.
we all know you pay for knowledge. Okay, and this is invaluable stuff that my wife has compiled together just in the resource library. Um, things like mastering the art of podcasting
Frank
interview.
Wiley.
Oh, Frank Wiley. There you
Yes.
go. Okay, your interview
Sorry, Frank. Tony
with
Denson.
your guest. You don't have to make them where it's an interrogation. Okay, make it a conversation
Between.
between two
What are
friends.
you, putty
Okay,
tat?
yes, I'm gonna put it that.
Putty tat.
Um,
It's a conversation between two friends.
that's
Forget the
right.
microphone.
Okay, building your brand identity. Okay, what are you? Who are you? When people hear a contagious smile, and they see our logo, they may see a puppy dog on there, and oh, you breed dogs?
We
Do you
did.
sell dogs? Well, we did at one
Well,
time.
we help special needs and we donated more than 80%.
Right. But we're all about advocating for special
Special
needs
needs and
families.
survivors of abuse.
Mhm. So, there, guys, there's a lot of stuff in here. Unconventional secrets for social media posting success. Okay? Unconventional. Well, that must not work because it's unconventional. BS. Look at a Contagious Smile numbers. Look at Victoria Curie's numbers. Look at any of her videos.
I'm gonna pull up my numbers right now and you
Um,
can read them. Put your glasses back on.
you know, we had compiled all the numbers from across all. Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
Across all social platforms. Oh God, about a year ago or more, and it was over 40 million followers. Okay, if you have over 40 million followers, then you can put out your own course. But my wife has put together everything that she's learned,
Learnt.
and y'all know I'm a redneck. Over these past 3.5, 4 years since we've been podcasting, she has a guru of a podcasting husband named Dave Campbell. And
Yoda.
okay, so some of her videos here that she's posted, 3.7 million listens. These are different from views
Or downloads.
or downloads because most of our podcasts are audio only.
And then like 1.4 million. I mean, they're all way over. I think you have another one, 1.3 million, 4.2 million. I mean, all of them are in the six, if not seven figure. Every one of them. I mean, you scroll down and every single one. And you know what? That's not because of my husband. That's not because of me. It is because of you. It is because we try to bring true, authentic genuineness. We try to, stand up for the voiceless. We are the voice for the voiceless. We may not agree with everyone. We may not agree with everyone's opinion, but that's what makes vanilla, chocolate, chocolate mint, chocolate chip, strawberry. That's what makes it. But you know what? We're not going to belittle you. We're not going to talk down about you. Yes, we talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse because both my husband and I survived it, and that's different. But like, we don't advocate for bullying. We don't advocate for, you know, derogatory, hurtful things. We stand to help people build themselves up because building themselves up, you should not basically have to spend your adulthood recovering from your childhood. And that is such a phrase I use all the time because it's true. And you get one childhood and you're supposed to love it and enjoy it and have fun and and enjoy and have make great memories. Not be like every time I think of something, it's you know it just makes me want to crawl into a dark hole. And that's not how it's supposed to be. So we want to help you realize that even the smallest, tiniest flicker of light can start a wildfire and show you your spark, show you that you can rise again. You can be that phoenix. You can, come back and just be all that you can and all that you are. And that's what we're here to help.
I think that's a beautiful ending to this show.
Oh, then you can take us out.
I brought us in, my wife. I tell you what, y'all, she's something else. She's my soulmate, as we already established that. She's the love of my life. Could not live without her. And yes, I can live with her. But seriously, y'all, be looking out for the link here for the um, podcast powerhouse
And Growth
and
Academy.
Growth Academy. And there's also an app. I think it's through Mighty.
Yeah, it shows you once you've joined how you can get the app, and it'll be on your phone.
And yeah, y'all get on there whenever y'all log in. I see you. I might be running around all day, doing my full-time job, but I will get on there and say hey and welcome. And if you have any questions, I can help you out. So there. And we'll see y'all on, I guess, Sunday when we do another episode
Now it's recorded that you're going to do
of A
this.
Contagious Smile.
It releases
Unstoppable.
Monday at 5 a.m.
Correct. But I've only got 2 days off a week and I get bogged down with, you know, old man naps and, honeydew list. Close your mouth, babe. You're catching flies.
Yes, from all the shit you're talking.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for listening to Contagious Smile Unstoppable.